Hi and welcome to Cakes and Conversations, and today we're going to learn how to make wafer paper rose. For that we need scissors, some petal dust, if you whatever color rose you want. I'm taking yellow here. Paint brushes, they should be quite dry. Pencil, a wire, your the three petal cutters. I'll explain you how to choose that. Your wire cutters and the wire clipper or twister, some water and wafer paper. Okay, I am having this styrofoam bud. Okay, so how do I decide my petals is my styrofoam bud should be fitting, like it should not be like fitting totally inside it, but it should almost fall something like this, you know, like this, or maybe it should pass through. Okay, if I can explain. So this is my medium petal. I have taken one size smaller and one size bigger. Okay, that's how I will decide my three petal cutters according to my styrofoam. If I have a very mini styrofoam, like for example this one, I have a very mini one also, which I'm going to, you can do like small mini roses like this one. This is quite small, so I have got the miniest petal cutters for those. Okay, so I think I will be using the mini ones for the very smallest bud. Okay, so it depends on your bud size also. Like this one will pass through this very easily, that's why this is my middle, this is the large, this is the small. Okay, that's how you will decide the cutter sizes according to the styrofoam that you get or you have. Now before we cut the petals, we'll prepare the bud. So if you see, these styrofoam buds basically has a joining seam here. I'm not sure if it's quite visible on the camera, but they have a seam here, so you need to pass the wire through the seam. Okay, and you need to take it out from here. Make sure it's straight. Okay, like this. Your bud has to stay in the middle. Hold your bud tightly, bend your wires, cross them. Okay, and you have to twist. If it's a thick gauge wire, you may find it a little difficult, so use your wire twisters. We are not really concerned on the stem portion, but we need this part to be, we don't want this V part. Okay, we want this to be tight enough. So I'm gonna put this. Okay, if you see, I've just hidden the V. It's not visible anymore, like it's there very less. Okay, that's how you will fix your rosebud to your wire. Okay, now we cut the petals. We don't need the wire cutters anymore. I have just taken an A4 size wafer paper and I'm going to cut out petals. So I need 6 large petals. If you have a petal puncher, like a petal puncher in a shape of this petal, you can use that, but I don't have it, so I'm going to use the template. And I'm just marking it with a pencil. You can do it with an edible food pen, but I'm marking it with a pencil very lightly, not so. If you see, it's very rarely visible. I don't want too dark shades on it. So I need 6 large petals, 14 medium and 11 small petals. Okay, so I'm just going to mark my large and small and medium petals first. Okay, after you have finished cutting your petals, this is the large, this is the medium, and this is the small. So I'll just repeat the numbers. I'm not like if I've confused you, I'll repeat. This is gonna be 11 of the small, 16 of the medium, and 6 of the large. Okay, so now before assembling, we will start dusting them first. If you want to go for a white rose, you can start doing it. If you already have a colored paper, you can use that colored wafer paper, but I'm gonna dust them yellow. So your smooth there's two sides on a wafer paper. One is a rough side, one is the smooth side. You will dust on the smooth side because we want that glossy finish on the top or visible when the rose is bloomed. Okay, so we're going to do the smooth side up, rough side down. So smooth side should be dusted. If you want to shade it, you can always go with an ombre of a darker shade inside and a lighter shade on the top, and little bit, you know, dark on the edges, not so much. Do the shading or do the coloring for all your petals, and then I will show you what is the next step. Once all the petals are colored, I have segregated the smaller one in two parts because these 6 petals are out of 11 petals, 6 petals are colored both sides. Okay, because this is gonna be the center of them, and so it is like gonna be visible from both the side. If you want, you can do it for all the petals to both the sides. If you want to save time, you can airbrush the whole wafer paper sheet first before cutting them. So you will airbrush both the sides, keep it overnight to dry back because wafer paper will get a little soggy with the airbrush colors. But if you do not spray too much and do it from a little far, it may not become very soggy and it will dry up quickly. Once you do that, then you can cut into petals. That's completely your choice and like how easy it is for you to do this. Do not throw this scraps of wafer paper petals that you've got. Save it. I'll show you what you can do with this. Do not waste anything. So we can definitely use that to, you know, make something really nice. Now the next step is, except the 6 petals, all the other petals you will do it the same way. So you will take a petal, cut from the center, like not fully. Okay, so you mark a center like this with a brush, very light water on one side of the petal, just one side enough to make it tacky. Go down and make a fold. Hold it for some time so that it sticks. Okay, you will, and take a toothpick, just do it like this, like on the edges. You will give it some dimension, you will give it some shape. Okay, kind of even if your wafer paper tears like this little bit, it's completely fine. It looks very natural. So you know, you will do it this way. If you see now, a little bit fold is there on the petals. Okay, we will do like this for all the petals that we are making except the first 6 one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do all of them and then I'll show you what to do next. Once your petals are done, you need to assemble it, of course. I'll just show you how I did the petals and what challenges you may face. Okay, only on one side, like I told you have to brush, give a nice curve. Okay, if you see that cup, okay, you have to do that for all the petals. Some may have a deeper cup, some may have a normal cup. It's depending on the cut and the way you fold, which is okay. The flow just looks natural, okay. So the advantage with wafer paper flower is that it definitely takes time to create the petals, same like sugar flowers. It just doesn't has any drying time, okay. So your wafer paper petals you can immediately make and use it on a cake. Now if you see, I have given some dimensions to these petals and these are like just plain. So as I told you that you have to do a little curl on the edges. Okay, now sometimes the wafer paper is quite old and it is very stiff. If it's a very fresh pack, you will not have a problem with the flexibility of the wafer paper. But if it's an old pack, just dip your brush in the water, lightly on the edges, just brush little water. It just makes the wafer paper a bit soggy and pliable and easy to fold. Okay, so just give it a fold. But not so much of water, otherwise your petals may tear. Okay, so if you see, okay, just do this for all your petals. Okay, so these are the petals that are ready. Now we will take the rosebud, and for the first petal, just try to quickly do a brush. Okay, we just want it a little soggy and not so much. On the opposite side of the place where you have brushed, now the paper is quite malleable. Okay, so just on the opposite side we will do a complete tight curl. Like this. Okay, but we definitely gonna open up again, like loosen up again. You're gonna put the petal over the, it's already curled. Okay, so it's curled. You have to put the petal over this very tightly. I'm just placing and seeing which position will look nicer. Okay, I'm just gonna put the brush on the styrofoam so that my petal sticks. Okay. You have to hold that petal in the place for some time. Brush the back side of your wafer paper with a good amount of water so that it becomes quite soggy. and press it down. It has to stick on the styrofoam. Okay, that's how you will start with the first one. Then we go with the second one around it. Okay, only on the half. You will follow the same rules like a sugar flower. A little bit above and the opposite side of the first petal. Hold it in place. Put again a lot of water on the back side. So that the petal sticks to the styrofoam bud. The third one goes on the opposite side of it. You have to paint it almost 3/4 with water. It definitely sticks to your hand because wafer paper gets literally soggy. So that's how your center petals are. So it's gonna go in odd numbers basically. So it's 3 now, then 3 around it, and then 5, 6, 7, like that. 5, 7, 9. So you will be making it that way. Okay, so now the next 3 petals goes overlapping, okay, each other, and they will be folding around this like that. So you need to place the first petal a little above the center bud in a curved way. Water will be only on one side and bottom. You will leave one side plain for now. Second petal also one side and bottom. So it goes overlapping like this. Third petal, one side overlapping. your flower has flower bud has started already. Now next goes the smaller curved petals. It always goes again in a 5 row, same overlapping. So one side water and bottom, the extreme bottom again goes on the curve. Now the next row of petal goes a little lower than the first one. Now this also goes bottom and one side. All goes bottom and one side from now. Always a petal starts with an overlapping position. Next one, overlapping petal from the previous one. Unless like sugar flowers, we cannot adjust these ones. It has to be placed correctly. Nine is the next one. We're going to do 9 next, and then we're going to do 6. It depends on how fuller the flower that you need. You can stop it here, or you can just stop it on the next level and leave this. But I'll show you how a full flower looks like. Okay, so let's continue with that, and then I'll show you how to do the larger petals. Okay, as of now it is like this. You can just keep like press it a little bit more. Maybe if you can see a bud here, little bit, put water and just press it with your palm, with your fingers. Okay, and same like sugar flowers, it will be adjusted like this only. Sugar flowers gets adjusted upside down, dries upside down. This doesn't need drying time because it's already dried. Okay, so let's just do the other row of 9 petals, then we will use all of them, and then a 6th one. And I wanted to also inform you that when you go for the next row, it again goes a little lower. So usually I just wanted to tell you how a flower looks like is, okay, let me take this paper. Okay, for example, this is the rosebud. Your first row, this was the first petal. Then your second petal goes on the top, overlapping 2 and 3. Then it goes on top around 1, 2 and 3 more top. Okay, and the next row 5 petals goes below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 7 goes more below, and 9 goes more below, and 6 go 6 one, the larger one will go more below. Okay, just a little below, not so below. That's how it looks like an open rose. I hope you understand with my drawing. Okay, that's how you will do your petal placements. So in this, the center one, the center bud, then top two petals, then more top 3 petals, 5 petals, almost a little on the top, the next 7 goes a little below, and now the 9 will go below. So I will place the petal here. So basically, instead of going and seeing it on the top, okay, it will go down. It will go down. It has to be placed here and not here. Here, a little down. Okay, so we'll go with the 9, and then I'll show you how to do the 6, the larger one. So we finished the row of the 9 petals, and that's how the rose looks like. Okay, now we're going to do the 6 petals, the 6 larger ones. Okay, and this goes a little tighter on the top because it holds the bottom petal. Okay, a little tighter, not so much, just a little like that. Okay, if you can see that petal. Okay, same way, one side water, again on the overlapping petal, just a little curve. Okay, I'm holding it. Then next petal, again water on one side, and this petal also, just to close it up. Overlapping. I think I may need 7 petals and not 6 because I'm not going to finish it in 6 petals. Okay, side, bottom, previous side. Okay, so I have just quickly made the last petal. I'm going to finish the rose. Okay, and this is a fuller rose. I hope you like it. For the bottom, you can put a green calyx, green sugar flower, gum paste calyx, or a same wafer paper calyx. You will cut it like a star, or you have a calyx cutter, same way you can trace it. Since this is going to go on a cake which will have with some meringues and all the other kind of fillers on the side, so this part won't be seen. Okay, so I'm not going to cover that. I'm just going to keep it like this simple. I hope you loved the making of this flower, and this is a very, it's time taking, but it's very simple. So if you see it's already dried, I don't need to hang it upside down for drying or anything. So you can now, if you want, keep it plain yellow like this, or you can dust the center bit with a little peachish or a darkish shade of yellow, maybe orange or something, depending on what kind of flower look you're looking for. And that's it. So I hope you like it. If you love such videos, please comment below. Thank you so much for watching.